6 weeks ago, Crimson Desert was sitting at 58% mixed on Steam. Right now, it's 86% very positive across nearly 150,000 reviews. That reversal didn't happen by accident, and if you bounced at launch, what you'd be buying today is a different game. Here's my honest problem with it. Launch Crimson Desert was rough in ways that mattered. Controls were non-standard to the point where Korean players who know the studio's history with Black Desert Online gave it 33% positive. Boss difficulty spiked arbitrarily in the early chapters. There were AI-generated placeholder paintings in the game world, with 6-legged horses and swords phasing through each other, which Pearl Abyss confirmed and has since patched out. The studio has now added easy, normal, and hard difficulty options, added boss rematch points via memory fragments, rebuilt the control layout with new presets, and pushed 5 major updates since March. The game that shipped and the game available right now are not the same build. Timing call. If you were waiting to see whether Pearl Abyss would actually support Crimson Desert post-launch, you have your answer. At $60, it's not a no-brainer, but the patch cadence has been fast enough that I take the bet now rather than wait for a sale and lose momentum on a world that rewards exploration over efficiency. I'll be direct. I think the story discourse is a distraction. The weakest narrative in a game with this much systemic depth still leaves you with 40 or 50 hours of combat puzzles and camp management. If you came for a novel, you're in the wrong place. If that's not a deal breaker for you, drop that in the comments. And if you've played Black Desert Online, I want to know whether Pearl Abyss's MMO baggage actually shows up here, or if this genuinely feels like a clean slate. That comparison is doing a lot of work in the current discourse. Subscribe if you want these fast, no padding breakdowns on every major Steam release. No tier lists, no sponsored slots.